minutes from a rainy New Jersey. It's been nice weather, actually, pretty nice. It's was I think 50s, 60s, almost 70s just the other day, and it was pretty cool to work in. And it's nice to see spring's finally here in New Jersey. But we hope you're doing well. Hope you're having a very good kick-ass week, and I am glad to be with you for this week's Sunday morning minutes. This is a question that was proposed to me the other day. One of our listeners and viewers actually had said, I want to know what the difference is with growing my business. And I hear you keep talking about this word scale. You just talked to Josh Latimer about it yesterday. And it was sent in last night. And I says, you know what, this might be a really good one. I had some other Sunday morning minutes in advance to talk about that were probably going to be a little more relevant, or so I thought, until I read into it and said, you know what, this actually will follow into what we discussed yesterday with Josh. Growing a business does not imply you're growing a business to multiple employees. Growing a business means you're growing it beyond the point it's currently at. So let's just say your business is doing, for accounting purposes, $100,000 a year, and you want to grow your business. Well, if you're a solo operator, that growth might be $10,000. That growth might be $20,000. That growth is certainly not enough to offset the cost of hiring another employee, but you are technically growing your business. You are building your business. Scale is the opposite. Scale is making it where you do not have to be out there doing the jobs every single day because you have other people to do the work. So our business is scalable right now. It's a little bit of both, to be honest with you, because I'm still out there myself too as well. But scaling is the ultimate goal. It's why I bought the domain NewJersey'sBest.com, is to scale the business and take it to potentially a bunch of locations around New Jersey. I shouldn't say a bunch, a couple locations around New Jersey serving different areas. Scaling it is taking it beyond where it's at and making it automated. So I do not have to be out there in the field to do it. It builds opportunities for other people to come and work with us, builds opportunities for growth, and therefore a better service regionally where we service to the communities. Scaling it allows me to do that, is to take whatever principles we have right now and scale it into a multi-truck company. Now I'm not talking like one or two trucks. I'm talking, usually four or five or better trucks is hitting scale at that point. But growth only implies numerical growth. It implies an incremental difference, a geometrical difference, if in the words of Jay Abraham. It requires just a little bit of a change to do that. It could be adding an extra service. It could be upselling some extra jobs. It could be just working additional hours, opening up more than what you currently had, maybe pushing a different endeavor of your business, more commercial industrial work. That's growth. And that should be, systematic for your business consistently. Now, some businesses do get to a point where they get what's referred to as stagnant. Stagnant doesn't mean it's a bad thing. It just means they haven't achieved growth that might be 1 or 2% up or down. But it's not anything substantial, a 10% or better number. Growth only again implies an increase in revenue in numbers. Scale is something that doesn't require you to physically do the work. It requires you to manage an enterprise, manage your business, and run a company with you maybe at the helm, or maybe you hire a general manager to run the helm, and you have other business interests, which is ultimately what I'm working at too as well. But scale is building a business worth of value to resell. Growth implies you're building more revenue, and maybe you can diversify and put that money into something else. Now, what I recommend to clients, and I do have clients, believe it or not, they're owner operators, and they do pay our fees because they find tremendous value in it. However, most of the people we work with are scaling their business because they have more of a war chest of money to work with. They want to get further growth. They want to have it where it's going to be the biggest that it can be. And if they're trying to scale the business, that's a completely different person. The person that is trying to grow the business but not scale the business, I recommend diversifying into other portfolios. That could be real estate, that could be other businesses, and running combination with it that require very little overhead. There's a lot of things you can do. You can invest in the stock market with the growth that you had. But it doesn't imply anything to do with scale. Scale is very specific to the growth of your business on a larger realm. And I don't want to, again, get those two confused between it, but scaling it is making your business not about you anymore. The business is about its own enterprise. In the accounting or legal terms, you set up a business. There's usually four primary service business setups. There's a sole proprietor, there's a simple partnership, There's an LLC, or limited liability corporation. I should say limited liability company, because you're far from a corporation usually at that point. And an S corp, or a simple corporation, which is the simplest form of a corporation, versus a C corporation. It's a lot to hear. Okay. So just follow me on this one. Your business is no different. If you're a solo entrepreneur and you're just a sole proprietor, you have higher liability, but you have lower overhead, taxes wise, um, inventory wise, but you have more liability. A simple partnership could be the same thing, just implies more than one person is part of the company, part of the business. It could be husband, wife, could be a lot of things. An LLC, which is what I am, is a limited liability company, which means it separates itself from the company. So now New Jersey's Best is not Robert Lyon, it's New Jersey's Best. It's not Robert Lyon's New Jersey's Best, it's New Jersey's Best. What does that mean in the easiest terms possible? It means it's its own enterprise. Scaling is much like the same. It isn't about you or your name anymore. It is more about the business and the enterprise growth and long-term scale. So I hope this has answered some questions for you. If you have anything you want to really do, please feel free to comment. You can subscribe. We do appreciate everybody that's been reaching out to sotellus.com/Rob Lyon to sign up for trials and listen to some of the great benefits that Sotellus can offer you. Again, it's the Cadillac of review management software. We love it. We use it in our business, and we would never look anywhere else. I want to thank all our past guests. Again, I just felt that having Josh Latimer on there yesterday and talking about scale and how service businesses can use his service in particular, as well as Troy's from Sotellus, to help scale your business and explain the difference. You can use both of these services and be a solopreneur, be an owner operator, be a person that's just trying to achieve growth. And you can still use it, even if you're a one truck guy. You can use it better if you're a multi-truck company and you want to achieve scale. But just keep that in mind. So, guys, enjoy the rest of your week. I hope you have a kick-ass week, and we'll see you next week for the Sunday morning minutes version. Thank you.